Hello, welcome to Recapping with Delora
and Ashley.
Please follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Recapping Podcast.
Also, comment, rate, and subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. We're on all the things.
We would love to hear your ratings of the movies and shows we review.
Email us your audio file to recappingpodcast@gmail.com and we will play it during the show.
Or DM us on Instagram and we will post and read it on air.
Thank you guys so much for listening.
Thank you.
All right. We're back, Miss Delora. How's your week treating you, girl?
It's going. How about yours?
It's good. I feel like this week is flying by. You know how you have certain weeks where it feels like Monday somehow blurred into Wednesday, somehow blurs into Friday. Like we're skipping days here.
Yeah, especially with it being the beginning of the month, it's a lot.
But y'all have paid y'all bills.
That part
after the first of the month. But to your point, yeah, it's usually the time everybody's refreshing stocking up on groceries, doing all that good stuff. But I said at the beginning of the year when we were doing our January pods that I've been trying to live in the moment and I feel like I'm starting to live in the future again. So I need to slow that back down and continue to enjoy these days. Cause next week I'm looking forward to vacation, right? So it's my mind is already in next week. I'm not even focused or enjoying today or tomorrow because it's what do I need to be doing?
You do know when it comes to vacations, the anticipation of the vacation is the best part.
I know. It's like that Friday before the weekend is the best because the weekend goes by in the blink of an eye, right?
Well, it's like the anticipation of Christmas. I mean, I started freaking Thanksgiving and in recent years due to the pandemic, November 1st. But, irregardless, well, the anticipation of that day is so much more than sometimes the day itself.
I really do hope this is a good trip, though. But to your point, it is nice always to have something to look forward to. I just need to, again, remember, as you've said, life is the gift. Every day is the gift. So let me appreciate every day, even if it's just the normal 9-to-5 work and rest type of lifestyle. So guys, we have some feedback from our last episode.
Yes.
If you have not yet checked out our In Conversation with Hannah Beekler, what are you waiting for? It was so good.
Seriously. And if you heard it already, go ahead and take another listen.
There's probably some things you missed that first go around, right? But this feedback came from one of our previous In Conversation guests, Miss Teresa Snyder. She said,
"Yay!
Listened to the Hannah Beekler episode yesterday and loved it. Once again, you guys knocked the interview out the park. So cool. Thank you so much, Teresa."
Thank you, Teresa. Yes. This makes me so happy.
She also, in some subsequent messaging, told me that she got some inspo from this. So, I feel like we do a lot of these thinking we're going to touch people who have not yet made it into the industry. Teresa's in the industry, right? Doing her thing and still found such great gems and inspiration from hearing from Hannah. So, guys, hope you enjoy.
Well, there's this saying that genius leaves bread trail. There's always, you can take inspiration, obviously, from any and everyone, but it's always right in front of you. And so
absolutely. And I think, especially when you see somebody out here killing the game like Miss Beekler, you know what I mean?
I mean, we couldn't keep up with all the projects that she has murdered. Okay.
She's amazing.
Black is King. What?
Lemonade. Lemonade is like a moment. I remember where I was. I remember what I was doing.
Same. You remember we text. We were like, "Is this about Jay-Z?" Like,
no, it was like, "Is this the best divorce announcement that has ever been created?" And I was so glad I was in Atlanta, guys. I was so happy because I didn't have like cable or access at the time. I remember Lemonade dropped, and I was like, oh my God, like if I didn't have access to this creatively, I don't know what I would have done. Girl. I would have been over somebody's house like, excuse me, can I come over? I need to see this.
Exactly.
All right. Well, today is our usual quick headlines and hot topics. So it's time to get into some celebrity-ish. Our first quick headline today is Jason Momoa and Lisa Bonet. We talked about them a couple weeks back. Supposedly they were splitting, but girl, according to Pop Sugar, the couple might be giving their marriage another chance. As we talked about, after 12 years together, 2 children, 5 years of marriage, they confirmed that they were planning to divorce. But in a wonderful turn of events, according to this article, the couple have moved back in together and are working through marital issues. This is according to a close friend of Jason, Delora. Jason and the couple's 2 children arrived at the premiere of The Batman recently to support Zoe Kravitz.
I was going to say, it's giving family unit.
Yeah, who stars as Catwoman. And he mentions Entertainment Tonight. We're just so proud. Lisa couldn't be here, so we're representing me and the babies. We're very excited to just be here. It's still family, Do you think the rumors are true that they are getting back together?
I hope so. Just because I really, again, I don't really care about celebrity relationships like that anymore. We said this before, i.e. entanglement. Take that how you want to take it, okay? But I always loved their story. Jason being a young man with her poster on his wall, and he's able to, nab her because she's the one that makes the selections because her roster is flawless, okay? But the fact that they've were together for so long and had this family, even with her ex and her daughter from a previous relationship. One of my favorite tweets, and I'm paraphrasing, it was a reaction to this news. It said, "This right here tells you all you need to know about these streets." Like, you don't want to be out here. You don't want to be out here in these streets. And that tweet had me rolling. So what about you, Ashley?
Yeah, no, I saw something similar where somebody was like, Lisa and Jason was out in the streets for a couple months and was like, nope, not for me. Let's make this work. I mean, what's interesting is for one, I'm with you. I hope they get back together if they're not already working on it. And I hope they keep it behind closed doors because guess what? The public, we don't need to be involved in it. It's none of our business at the end of the day. But it comes on the heels of like Miguel and his wife getting back together, and like kind of a slew of like
Stiller,
and Christine, comes on the heels of like these like long running celebrity relationships that ended, and then we're just now finding out, oh, guess what? We're gonna give love together a second chance. I think that's beautiful. I mean, if we learn nothing from J-Lo and Ben, sometimes that second chance is everything. So I hope that they're able to make it work because, again, they're a beautiful couple. Root for them and all that they do, whether together or separate, but they are a beautiful couple. Mm-hmm. And I don't just mean that looks wise. I mean energy and everything.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
So, Delora, moving on to our second quick headline. Speaking of Zoe Kravitz and The Batman, the film is dropping this weekend, starring Rob Pattinson as the Dark Knight. And I'm sure you've been seeing, they've been making the rounds, doing all these promo tours for the film. Is this something you've been anticipating? And are you planning to go to theaters to check it out, especially given the news that AMC Theaters is charging a higher price as they experiment with so-called variable pricing?
No and no. I'm not going to lie. Wasn't really thrilled over the announcement that Rob was going to be Batman.
Yeah.
Okay. because I don't even know what his look is. I'm used to Batman. Obviously, my first love Batman is Michael Keaton.
He is forever that. Batman for me. I know everybody was like, no, Christian Bale now. Y'all can have Christian Bale. It's Michael Keaton for me.
Michael Keaton, period. I will say asterisk Christian Bale, right? Because he gave the really sophisticated Bruce Wayne that I appreciate. It was given a little American Psycho, but it is what it is.
That's an iconic role. Christian Bale puts everything into his performances.
He really does. So this scraggly looking Batman interpretation we're getting from Rob from the previews.
This scraggly looking, shots fired. Go ahead.
It's not something that I'm gonna be running to the theaters. I don't know if people understand this. COVID-19 still exists. You know what I mean?
You better tell the CDC.
I will say this as another caveat. I'm super excited for Zoe to be Catwoman. I'm actually more excited for her to be Catwoman than Anne Hathaway when she was at several movies ago.
I don't want to slander Anne Hathaway in any way because I genuinely adore her most of the time. But Catwoman is a unique character for me. And when you've already given me a Michelle Pfeiffer, who was
timeless
then and will always be, again, going back to those original Batman films, like y'all did the damn thing. So
it really did.
I mean, even Halle Berry. I know a lot of people didn't love Halle. So
no,
Eartha Kitt had the voice. Eartha Kitt, Eartha was before our time, but Eartha had the voice for my era.
No, but I'm just saying, like, if you look at Eartha, Michelle, and Halle, they had this sensuality to them that I feel like Anne does not have. That je ne sais quoi.
That's it. That is it right there. That's the nail on the head right there. And Zoe's going to bring that fire. And Zoe even said she interprets Catwoman as bisexual. So that's even taking Catwoman in a direction we have not seen yet, right?
In the elevated space, for sure.
But I think it's funny that you say no and no, because I think there was a point in time where I was excited for this. Like, we both love, Marvel and all of that. And I know people go a little bit harder for, against DC as far as being able to live up to the hype with some of their projects.
Well, they haven't been able to deliver consistently. That's the biggest issue.
I mean, there's a lot of issues, unfortunately, with some of their interpretations, and you throw racism in the mix. I mean, you just got a lot of issues going on. But I think what has happened is it's just been so long since this was all announced that I've lost the same level of interest I had before. Like, one of my really good friends, Darian, shout out to Darian, who is obsessed with movies and all that the same way we are. He was like, when I saw this trailer, I just went crazy. And I was like, it did not move me. And that's how I know. Like, I used to watch movie trailers, guys, and I always knew when I thought a movie was going to be really good because I would get chills, like physical chills.
Absolutely.
And so, I cannot tell you guys the last time that's really happened to me, but this wasn't it. And
for me, King Richard. Balling.
Last time you got chills. Yeah.
Balling.
It's been a while for me, but this definitely was not it. So do I think I'm going to see this eventually? Yes. Am I running out like Spider-Man to see this so that nobody spoils it for me? No. But I love me some Zoe. I love you, girl.
Oh, yes. I don't even know who the villains are for this movie. That's how
it's Penguin. It's Penguin's going to be in this again. And this time it's being played by Colin Farrell. Okay. And then, Catwoman has never necessarily not been a villain. It's kind of like, is she good? Is she bad? Is she dangerous? Are y'all going to do
whatever she feels like that day? Yeah. Which makes you love her at the same time. It's like,
my favorite film line to this day is from the original Batman Returns with her and Michael Keaton, Michelle Pfeiffer, Michael Keaton. Mistletoe can be deadly if you eat it, but a kiss can be even deadlier if you mean it. I mean,
stitches on her patent leather costume. Oh, iconic.
So yeah, do I think it's going to be good when I watch it? I do. I'm just not in a rush. And then this whole variable pricing thing.
You can keep it.
Y'all about to make me really feel some type of way. And I was rooting for you, movie theaters. I was rooting for you.
Well, they saw probably Spider-Man compared to all the other movies that were, out at the same time. And they probably just want to increase their margins on popular films. But I don't know, man. I had to go out for Tom Holland and Zendaya, though. So,
I mean, Spider-Man did not disappoint. So we'll see what happens. But this film does currently sit at an 86% critic score on Rotten Tomatoes. So we'll see what the audience is talking about once it drops. All right. Our next quick headline, the Tinder Swindler lawsuit. For those who have checked out the Tinder Swindler doc on Netflix, like me and Delora, you are familiar with Simon Levive, who met women on the dating app Tinder and swindled them out of up to 6-figure sums. Well, now Simon is being sued by the family he claimed to belong to during his schemes, Delora.
Finally.
So in an article, I'm reading it on today.com. The family of an Israeli diamond magnate is suing Simon, the subject of Netflix's documentary, for claiming to be a member of the family as he allegedly scammed women out of millions. The real Levi family accused him, whose real name, by the way, is Shimon Hayut, of making false representations as being the son of Lev Levive and receiving numerous benefits cunningly and using false words, claiming to be a member of the family and that his family will pay and bear the cost of his benefits. Essentially, the lawyer for the family said this is only the beginning of a number of lawsuits. And then the daughter of Lev Levive said that this is the first step to ensure that he faces justice and gets the sentences he deserves. Delora, do you foresee any justice really being done here?
At this rate, obviously, I am not a lawyer, but I feel like this family has more of a case than the girls.
Because this is considered slander or what? Do you consider it defamation?
Defamation. It makes them look bad in some way. They got enough money to figure it out. That's the blessing and the curse of the laws, right? If you can afford some good lawyers, you can figure it out. So I feel like that's what he gets. I think he was riding a little bit too high. He reached the sun because he was getting a reality show. There was conversations about him getting signed to like
an agent took him on.
It was gross. So
the latest reports, he's been charging for appearances. So like he was trying to charge like $20,000, $25,000 to like show up to a club. He has started trying to get people to pay him for personal messages on an app that celebrities use to send personal messages. Like he's really out here playing the game.
It's gross. So I'm glad this is going to take him down several pegs. And we'll see what happens. I'm sure we're going to get some updates for sure.
I so hope that this really does make a dent, because when I tell you at the end of the Tinder Swindler, I was like, that's it. Y'all made this documentary.
That's it.
And there was no real justice. He served 5 months. And those girls
still have the debt. Crazy.
Insanity. And my main concern when it came out and it was so popular was, I was like, I get it that y'all want to put him out here so that his profile and his image is out here so people won't get duped.
Yeah, watch out.
But people love stories like this. And my concern was it's going to be a double-edged sword because he's going to become famous now. And even Ted Bundy had women show up to his trial as fans.
Joe Exotic, can we not forget the phenomenon of 2020?
Joe Exotic is still trying to get out of prison, though, whereas Simon is out here living his best life. I mean, the fact that at the end it's like, oh, he's now dating a model and all this. And I'm like, where's the justice? Like, why do we make stories like this if there's no real justice? Because it, to me, didn't feel like there was any real consequence. And so I felt like, well, if he becomes famous, then he may have people just throwing money at him anyway. And as we can see now, he's trying to get into the game of Hollywood. So I hope that it does make a dent, Delora, because unlike the Inventing Anna situation where she went to real prison and did some real time, I just was not satisfied. All right, it's time to move on to our hot topics. And 'tis the season. They are both award shows, right? Over the weekend, we have both the NAACP Image Awards and the SAG Awards. One on Saturday, one on Sunday. So first, I want to get into the winners list, and then I want to talk fashion, right? So let's talk about the NAACP Image Awards first. So, Delora, let's go through some of the biggest awards that we talked about previously, because again, there were 80 categories and it was a virtual ceremony. So there was a lot of folks,
it's multiple days.
Yeah.
They start on Friday.
A lot of folks kind of doing the virtual thing still with this particular award show. But J Hood, we had predicted that it was going to be Lil Nas X who won Entertainer of the Year. J Hood took the trophy. Okay.
I was really surprised by that, but I'm very proud of her.
Outstanding Motion Picture, The Harder They Fall.
Yes, ma'am.
Pulled it out. I think that was my prediction for that one. Good for y'all. Congrats. Outstanding Actor in a Motion Picture, Will Smith, King Richard.
So excited.
Outstanding Actress in a Motion Picture, J Hood, respect.
Put some respect on her name.
Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Motion Picture, Daniel Kaluuya, Judas and the Black Messiah.
Now, this is where it's like, this feels old, but okay.
Well, I mean, he won the Oscar last year. So,
exactly.
Yes. Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Motion Picture, Regina King, The Harder They Fall.
Treacherous Trudy. She was
Treacherous Trudy. That accent. I still need to have a combo with Regina to better understand that accent. But otherwise,
where are we going? Yeah.
Yes. Outstanding Animated Motion Picture, Encanto. We may or may not be talking about that for our recap next week, but I'll let Delora announce that a little bit later. Outstanding Comedy Series, Insecure.
So happy for this because it's like she didn't get any love from the freaking SAG.
Exactly. I really needed my girl Issa to get some wins.
Absolutely.
Outstanding Actor in a Comedy Series, Anthony Anderson, Blackish.
Same. I mean, final season.
Outstanding Actress in a Comedy Series, Issa Rae, Insecure.
Well deserved.
Outstanding Drama Series, Queen Sugar, my show. Outstanding Actor in a Drama Series, Sterling K. Brown, This Is Us.
My cousin.
That man carries that show. That's him and his wife carry that show. Otherwise, I would stop watching
I have no patience for the siblings, like the twins.
Yeah,
none.
I would stop watching. Well, I mean, I love Mandy and Milo as well, but I'm just saying, if it was not for the family of Randall, I would have stopped watching by now.
I'm referring to the big three.
Oh no, I told, and there's one person in particular that we really don't F with anymore, Justin. So let's move on. Outstanding Actress in a Drama Series, Angela Bassett, 911.
So proud of her being a high I think she's the highest paid woman in a drama right now. So yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Outstanding television, movie, limited series, or dramatic special, Colin in Black and White on Netflix. Outstanding actor in a television, movie, limited series, or dramatic special, Kevin Hart, True Story. Check out that recap.
Really good. Really, really good. Well deserved.
Outstanding actress in a television, movie, limited series, or dramatic special, Taraji P. Henson, Annie Live.
Miss Hannigan.
Outstanding new artist, Saweetie. Outstanding male artist, Anthony Hamilton. Outstanding female artist, Jasmine Sullivan. Listen, Jasmine, your hotels, motels, girl. Roster, BPW, like Selfish. You killed the game. You killed it.
For me is don't forget to come and pick up yo. And then the runs. First of all, that song had me laughing. I was like, she is sick of him.
If you guys didn't catch Issa Rae's little skit or monologue as a part of the Hotels Motels, hilarious. And speaking of outstanding album, Hotels, Jasmine freaking Sullivan. So
love it.
Those were your NAACP Image Awards 2022 big category winners. Congratulations to everybody. Black excellence. Congrats. We love to see it. Delora, even though it was virtual, girl, we got to talk about this fashion. So give me your standout fashion moments from the awards.
Yay! I'm so excited. Okay. Megan, been good. Okay. Fire. I mean, she's never had a bad day, but she is out. Okay?
But from head to toe, though, like I even love the faux locks, like the whole look was beautiful.
Yes. Zendaya, come on now.
Vintage Beaumont out here. Stunning.
Can we talk about Issa Rae in this hot pink? No words. Inaudible. Like her skin was popping. Okay.
There's something about Black women in pink and yellow that just stuns me every time. Stuns me. Gorgeous.
And then shout out to her co-star Yvonne Orji. She looked really good in Black and White, and I'm loving her hair. She keeps it low these days. Looking so good. How about you?
So I definitely had those two of Zendaya and Issa Rae on my list. J Hood and that velvet Christian Siriano was freaking flawless. Kerry Washington and Zuhair Murad, you are living your best life right now for me, Carrie.
She has a better stylist. It's La Roach. Zendaya's he calls himself a fashion architect.
And he is.
And he is.
Because she looked gorgeous.
Amazing.
And then finally for me, Halle Berry in that Floral Elisab. I mean, Halle Berry rarely misses for me personally. Like she's just a stunning woman. So you throw clothes on her and it is what it is.
It usually works.
But I just appreciated the walking down the street moment. I mean, she posted to IG. Like I'm living. Halle Berry in her 50s is doing so much for me. Like, I love you. So
much. And I love how she knows how to work social media too. It's not like she does it well, and I agree.
All right, so that is our NAACP Image Awards and Fashion. Let's move on to the SAG Awards. All right, first up, got to talk about these winners. And again, we'll go down just our top tier. We had some history makers that happened with this particular awards too. So
yes.
Outstanding performance by a male actor in a television, movie, or miniseries. Michael Keaton, dope sick. Let me tell y'all something. Not only do I love Michael Keaton for Batman, but he was phenomenal in this series. If you have not watched it, he was a doctor who struggled not only with getting his patients addicted, but he himself became an addict. It was so good.
Wow.
I love the fact that Michael Keaton almost missed winning his acceptance for this award because he was in the bathroom.
When I was watching it, I was like, he's at the freaking bathroom, I bet. Because I'm like, they didn't say he wasn't there, you know?
The only other person that I feel like I would have struggled between was Evan Peters with Mayor of Easttown, because he made such a big impact, even though he was not in the series for the entirety of it.
He had this quiet strength. And for me, I didn't know how to read him. And we've talked about this in the recap. Go check it out if you hadn't heard it. He has played sociopaths.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
Of the American Horror Stories and things like that. So for me, I feel like I'm always hesitant when I see him in a role, but he is such a great actor that it's just like I completely forgot, you know, his insanity, the insanity of the roles prior to this one.
And again, I've only known him from like Marvel and from like WandaVision and from, you know, so I know him more like comedic type of side. So this was a departure even for me. When you were like, he played a psycho, I was like, oh, this man can stretch
multiple times.
But I mean, Oscar Isaac was phenomenal in Scenes from a Marriage as well. Yes. So I mean, it was a good category. Outstanding performance by a female actor in a television movie or miniseries. Kate Winslet, Mayor of Easttown.
Well deserved.
Check out that recap again if you guys have not. Outstanding performance by a male actor in a drama series. Lee Jung-jae, Squid Game.
Oh, I was so happy. So happy. And for those who do not really understand, he's kind of a big deal. Okay? Like, we might just, you know, have gotten to know him, but he's been Lee, over in Korea.
Yeah. And I mean, this is still a breakthrough in terms of this being awarded, you know, at the SAGs, which is awesome. Yes. And I know he was stunned when he won, which I love. Guys, check out our recap of Squid Game if you have not already. And speaking of outstanding performance by a female actor in a drama series, Jung Ho Yeon, Squid Game as well.
She made me cry. I was so happy for her.
Girl,
she's so precious up there.
She is amazing. Did amazing in that performance. Outstanding performance by a male actor in a comedy series. Jason Sudeikis, Ted Lasso. When I tell you Ted Lasso be cleaning up at these award shows.
Did the second season end well?
I mean, it didn't end bad. I think second season just did not do for me what the first season did, and I stand by that, and I know I'm not alone in that.
No, you're not.
Was it still good? Did you still get some of the vibes that you got? Yeah, but it almost felt like maybe Ted Lasso should have just been a limited series, because season one just felt so good and so unexpectedly good that I just don't know if I needed any more. I don't know if I needed to delve any deeper. So maybe that's what it is for me.
Gotcha.
And then, I mean, in this category, we had both Steve Martin and Martin Short for Only Murders in the Building.
Who I was rooting for, of course.
Martin Short, absolutely, for me, should have won this category.
Absolutely.
But congratulations, Jason. I do think you do a good job in that role for sure. Outstanding performance by a female actor in a comedy series. Jean Smart, Hacks. You guys have not checked that out on HBO Max. I am literally rewatching it for like the 4th or 5th time. I love that show.
Really?
Yeah. Okay. One of those that, like, if I have nothing else on the roster that I really care to watch that day, that's one of the shows I'll just cut on and just start watching again.
You know, that's me in Abbott Elementary.
I have rewatched the episodes of Abbott Elementary. I can't speak today. I have rewatched the episodes of Abbott Elementary probably at least twice through for every single episode.
For me, it's 3. And
it's getting funnier. Like, is it just you guys, or is it getting funnier?
It is so good. My favorite episode at this rate is the work family episode. Like, but it's the glances to the camera. I mean, it's just perfect. It's perfect.
It's so good. I think we all love like the great workplace comedies, but like people of color have never been the prominent characters in those type of shows before.
Yes.
on network television.
Exactly.
And Quinta is just so good. Like the scene with her and her boyfriend where she was acting like she was throwing the money at him and he was dancing.
My God.
Like, it's one of my favorite scenes.
Stage manager Shorty, what did it do? Tour life.
And I know he's supposed to be kind of trash, but I love her boyfriend. Like I do not want him to not be on the show. Not him like with her, but I just don't want him to go away from the show. Like every scene he's in, he cracks me up. Like he's so good.
One more thing. The fact that he was telling kids not to do drugs, yet he was listing all the drugs.
He's a good character. Do not get rid of him.
Gosh.
We have to have him around. All right, let's get back to this list. Outstanding performance by an ensemble in a drama series, Succession. I am really trying to give Succession another go, Delora. I have watched it. This is my second time trying to make some progress, and I'm not. But I know y'all love it, so I'm going to keep trying. Outstanding performance by an ensemble in a comedy series, Ted Lasso. No surprise there. Outstanding action performance by a stunt ensemble in a comedy or drama series, Squid Game, and well deserved because
absolutely
episode, what was it, 4 or 5 alone with the big fight in the room that everyone's staying in, that alone was ridiculous.
It's the glass bridge for me.
Oh my God. Diabolical. Y'all killed people in some horrific ways in that show. All right, so that was television. Let's move on to motion picture awards. Outstanding performance by a male actor in a leading role, Will Smith, King Richard.
Willard Carroll Smith II.
I'm gonna need you to not put that man's full name out here like that.
Ashley, I'm just so proud of him. I'm just so proud of him.
This is absolutely his year, I think. I mean,
yes.
I think this is so indicative that this man has to win the Oscar. If he doesn't, this is about to be a strong statement, but I think I might really mean this. If Will Smith does not win the Oscar this year for best actor, this will be my last year watching the Oscars.
Whoo, Chile.
I said it's a strong statement. We'll see if I stick with it, but I do feel strongly that this is his year and it should be his year.
Same. It should be. It's deserved.
Outstanding performance by a female actor in a leading role, Jessica Chastain, The Eyes of Tammy Faye. Now, I know this was a surprise to many people.
Category is up in the air. I don't know who's gonna get the big one though.
I mean, I said I think that Nicole Kidman is still going to get it for being the Ricardos, but that was before this. So now Jessica winning the SAG is like, now I don't know which way the Academy's going to go. So we'll see. Outstanding performance by a male actor in a supporting role, Troy Kotsur, Coda. This was, again, history making.
Yes.
First deaf actor to win an award by himself. So congratulations.
Yes.
Coda is still on my list to watch.
Same.
Outstanding performance by a female actor in a supporting role, Ariana DeBose, West Side Story.
That twirl alone with that red and yellow.
Oh, yeah. And again, history. First queer woman of color.
Latina.
So, yep. Outstanding performance by
Afro-Latina, forgive me.
Yeah. Outstanding performance by a cast in a motion picture, Coda. Outstanding action performance by a stunt ensemble in a motion picture, No Time to Die. So that is it for our SAG Awards, Big Awards winners. So congratulations to all those folks.
Congrats.
Let's get into the fashion, Delora. Just as we did with the NAACP Image Awards, give me your top tier talent when it comes to fashion.
All right, Ashley. Carrie M.F. Washington in that yellow. I'm like, ma'am, I cannot. Flawless. That train, her hair, her skin. Ashley.
I'm going to get to it because, yeah. Yep.
Number 2, Venus Williams. Looked good. She never looked better. I mean, I'm not hating or whatever, but she looked glorious in that white moment. She was giving leg because I mean, those are definitely her assets. You know what I mean? And then Selma Hayek. I love that color on her. She looks so good. I mean, granted, her husband, it's a very wealthy man. He owns all the very popular major fashion houses, including Gucci, which is why she was there. But she looked amazing. So how about you?
Oh my goodness. You hit it with your very first person, girl. Kerry Washington stunned me in that yellow gown. Stunned. I mean, when I saw the picture, I gasped.
Yes.
As I was scrolling, I was like, oh my God, you have never looked better in your life. Oh my God. There are really no words.
The night before, because she was killing it this weekend.
She was. The NAACP Image Awards, again, she's on my best dress list, but something about Black women in yellow and like hot pinks for me with that skin tone, it's just like flawless. And to your point, It was the styling, it was the makeup, it was everything. She looked like she knew she was the shit that night too. Like she was serving you. I know. And my husband know too, when we go home tonight. You know what I mean?
Yes.
She looked phenomenal. And then from there, I mean, Vogue has a best dressed list. And I pretty much agree with, for the most part, the people they're choosing. But Sandra Oh really stood out to me in this Carolina Herrera kind of silver dress. I really loved that look on Sandra Oh. Mm-hmm. I thought Rosario Dawson looked great in this black Oscar de la Renta kind of structured. You brought her up. Yeah, she looked amazing.
First outing since the breakup. We're not going to talk about that.
No, she looked stunning. I'm not sure how to pronounce this actress's name. I think it may be Catriona Balfe, but she was in this red Saint Laurent dress.
You talking about Claire from Outlander?
Yeah, how do you pronounce her name?
I don't know. I don't have it in front of me, so I'm second guessing myself. So I'm not going to do it.
Well, yes, Claire from Outlander looked amazing in this red dress. I really love.
She's a former model. She's very statuesque.
Yes, this pop of color though was just so beautiful when I saw it. And I mean, so many of the ladies looked great.
Vanessa Hudgens looked amazing in that mint green. I don't know who the designer was, but her body,
Versace. It's Versace.
Versace, yes. She looked good.
I mean, so many of the ladies look great. Some of the fellas really stepped it up with their game as well. But, also Cate Blanchett. Cate Blanchett, I love this black dress on her. Yes. I even loved Elle Fanning and Gucci. She kind of wore like a pants suit number. I thought she looked adorable. It was a good night.
I like the details of Selena Gomez. She had red nail polish, and I think not red. I'm sorry. She had a green nail polish, and I think her jewelry were like green. So it was like she had the black dress, but she had that pop of green that I thought was super cute.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good night, I think, for fashion. But again, Kerry Washington absolutely stole the show for me. Delora, my wish for us is that at least once in our lives, we have the opportunity to be styled by one of these amazing killer stylists. La Roche, sure. La, if you're listening.
Way and Micah, yeah.
Your friends, Delora?
Exactly. Who styled Tessa and Tiffany Haddish and all those people? Yes.
Who's
Wayman and Micah? That is their name.
I can't think of our guy who had the reality show with his husband who does like Yara Shahidi.
Jason.
Yeah. Jason, if you're listening, that was just a slip in my mind. I absolutely know you and love you. So if any of you beautiful gentlemen want to take us on and style us just once, one good time, it will be amazing. It don't have to be
once either, but one good time would be good.
I'm asking for just once. Whatever God and you find in your heart to give us, we will take. We will take. But that is really it for the SAG Awards, for the NAACP Awards. Again, 'tis the season. We have the Oscars coming up at the end of March. So I'm sure we'll be talking about the winners and the fashion from that as well. But guys, feel free to give us some feedback. If you had any top fashion moments or surprises that you want to share with us, feel free. But Laura, That's it today for quick headlines and hot topics, girl. What are we recapping for the people for Tuesday?
We don't talk about Bruno.
No.
Encanto! The wildly popular animated film, Disney's Encanto, we are recapping for Tuesday.
We have been holding on to this one for a minute, guys. Delora has been patiently waiting for us to hop into the world of Colombia and Encanto. So we cannot wait to dive in and talk. If you haven't watched it, I don't know how that's the case unless you don't have a Disney Plus account, which I understand. Otherwise, feel free to rewatch, sing some songs, hang out with Maribel and Abuela, and we will see you guys next week. Until then,
bye.